Hi, I'm Lindsay from howtosew.com, and this is a Machine Minute brought to you by Baby Lock and the Rachel Machine. Today, we're going to show you how to embellish store-bought items and your own projects with fun applique shapes, like this apron. The first step in preparing your applique is to add a lightweight fusible web to your fabric. And so you're going to put it bumpy side down, which will be the glue side, right down on your fabric where you're going to cut out the shape, and you're going to press, not iron, so don't slide the iron around. You're just going to lift it up and press until that fusible web is stuck on your fabric. Next, you're going to cut out your fused fabric into the shape you want. So we just did a simple rectangle, but a lot of patterns will give you a template for a shape, or you can print your own from the computer, or cut around the shapes that you see in the fabric. And then you're going to peel off the paper backing of the fusible web and then lay it down on your second piece of fabric, or the iron that you're appliquing, and position it like you want. And then, following the manufacturer's instructions for the fusible web, you're going to again just press it in place to stick it to that second piece that you're ironing it to. Before you begin sewing, you're going to want to take a stabilizer. So we're using tissue paper, but you can also use copy paper. And you're going to lay it down under your fabric while you're appliquing, and this will just ensure that you have smooth stitches the whole time. We have our machine set for a blanket stitch, or it's also called an applique stitch. And you're going to turn the hand wheel to lower the needle and make sure that your needle lines up with the outer edge of your applique shape so you can readjust as needed. And then take one stitch, and when the needle is in the uppermost position, you're going to pull this top thread and it'll pull out your bobbin thread. And you're just going to grab that thread and pull it to the top. And this will just help keep all the threads straight, and then we'll show you where you started your applique. So then you're just going to hold those threads out of the way as you continue your blanket stitch. You want to make sure that you choose a presser foot that has a longer slit to accommodate for the swing of the needle. The swing of the needle on the blanket stitch takes a bite out of the applique fabric to hold it in place, and then does straight stitches along the outside edge for a seamless finish. When you get to a corner, make sure that your needle stops on the outside, so the outside swing at the edge of your fabric. You're going to lift your presser foot up and leave your needle down, and then turn your project and lower the presser foot, and then you can continue on with your blanket stitch. Continue stitching around your entire shape. When you're done, you're going to turn your project over to the back side and rip that stabilizer or that tissue paper off, and it should work like a perforated line along the stitches, so you can pull that off. And then you're just going to pull your top threads to the back and tie them off in a knot, or you can use something like a frayed check to hold the ends in place on the front. Machine applique is a really easy and quick way to embellish store-bought items like this apron or your own sewing projects.